Students, today we will study a very important topic, system of parallel forces. Today we will study how to find the resultant of two like parallel forces acting on a rigid body. Suppose that forces P and Q, two like parallel forces acting at point A and B of a rigid body. Suppose force P and force Q act on the body at point A and B. Suppose these two forces are represented by AL and BM. These are parallel forces, like parallel forces. Now, to find the resultant of these two parallel forces, we introduce on the body two equal and opposite forces. Suppose each force equal to S, one acting along AD is equal to S and other BE is equal to S. We introduce these two forces, these two equal and opposite forces acting at a point A and B. Because these two forces are equal and opposite, therefore their net resultant force will be equal to 0. Now we complete the parallelogram ALFD and BMGE. Force P act at point A and force Q act point B. Now resultant of P and S acting at point A on the rigid body will be diagonal of the parallelogram ALFD represented by AF denoted by R1. This is the resultant of P and S acting at point A. Similarly, by parallelogram law of force addition, resultant of force Q and S will be BG, diagonal of the parallelogram BMGE. Now we shift these two forces at a point O. This is R1 force and this is R2 force, and their resultant will be, if we complete this parallelogram, then their resultant will be, that is the resultant of R1 R2 will be equal to diagonal of this parallelogram is equal to P plus Q, that is R1 plus R2. We can resolve this R1 and R2 into two forces. We can resolve R1 into two forces, one S in horizontal direction and other component is P acting point O. Similarly, R2 can be resolved into two components, OS and OQ acting at point O. Now this S will cancel this S, because magnitude of these two forces are equal but the direction is opposite. This means R1 is equivalent to force S and P and R2 is equivalent to force S and Q acting at point O. S will cancel out this S acting on point A, because both forces are equal and opposite, and we have we now remaining with the two forces P and Q acting at the point O in the same direction. So their resultant will be equal to P plus Q. Now triangle ADF, see this triangle ADF and triangle ACO. Suppose this is point C, ACO these two triangles are similar triangles, and in these two similar triangles, ratio of corresponding sides will be equal. Ratio of AC and CO will be equal to ratio of AD and DF, and AD is equal to this, AD is equal to S, and DF is equal to P. This is parallel to AL, and AL is equal to P, therefore DF is equal to P. This means AC upon CO is equal to S upon P. Similarly, triangle BEG, this triangle BEG is similar to BCO. These two triangles are similar, therefore ratio of corresponding sides will be equal. BC upon CO will be equal to BC upon CO will be equal to BE upon EG. BE is equal to force S, and EG is equal to force Q. Dividing this, suppose this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Dividing equation 1 by 2, we get OCO will be cancelled out from the both the equations, and we get AC upon BC is equal to Q upon P. By cross multiplication, P into AC will be equal to Q into C. This is the point. From this equation we can find the point C, where the resultant of these two forces P and Q will act on the rigid body. This C lies on the line joining point A and B such that this ratio AC upon BC is equal to Q upon P, that is P into AC is equal to Q into BC. This means the resultant of two like parallel forces P and Q acting at point A and B respectively will be equal to their sum P plus Q in the common direction acting at a point C on the rigid body lying on the line joining AB such that P into AC is equal to Q into BC. Now we find the resultant of two unlike parallel forces acting on a rigid body. Also we will state the case of failure. Suppose that we have two forces P and Q. These are two unlike parallel forces acting on the rigid body at point A and B. Suppose these two forces are represented along AL and BM. Now we introduce two equal and opposite forces, one at point A and other at point B in opposite directions. Suppose S act at A along AD and at B along BE. Now at point A we have two forces, one along AL and other along AD, and their resultant will be equal to R1 along the diagonal of the parallelogram ADFL, that is AF will be the resultant of these two forces acting at point A. Similarly, a resultant of forces S and Q acting at point B will be the diagonal of the parallelogram BEGM acting along BG. Suppose this is equal to R2. Now we have two forces R1 and R2 acting at point A and B. Now R1 is suppose we displace these two forces at point O. Now R1 is equivalent to two component P along OC and S parallel to AB acting at point O. Similarly, R2 can be resolved into, or R2 is equivalent to two forces S along OS parallel to BA parallel to BA, and Q along that is opposite to P, opposite to P, in the direction opposite to P. The components S on both sides of point O are equal and opposite. These two forces will cancel each other, and we are left with only two forces P and Q acting at point O. Suppose magnitude of P is greater than Q, then net resultant will be P minus Q acting along OC, acting along OC. This is the resultant, net resultant P minus Q along OC. Now in triangle, see this triangle ADF, ADF, ADF. This triangle is similar to this triangle ACO, ACO, because these two angles are vertically equal and opposite angles. These two angles are alternate angles. Similarly, these two angles are alternate angles, are equal. These two triangles similar, therefore ratio of corresponding sides will be equal. AC upon CO is equal to AD upon DF. AC upon CO will be equal to AD upon DF. These two are sides of the two triangles which are similar. These are corresponding sides. The ratio will be equal, and AD is equal to S and DF is equal to P. Therefore, AC upon CO will be equal to S upon P. Suppose this is equation 1. Also triangle BEG, BEG is similar to triangle BCO, BCO. These two triangles are similar, therefore ratio of BC and CO will be equal to BG upon EG will be equal to S upon Q. Dividing first equation by second, we get AC upon BC is equal to Q upon P, and after cross multiplication we get P into AC is equal to Q into BC. This is the same result as we obtained in the previous case when we have two like parallel forces acting on the rigid body. Hence, the resultant of two unlike parallel forces P and Q, where magnitude of P is greater than Q acting at a point A and B respectively on the rigid body, will be equal to P minus Q in the direction of the greater force, and acts at a point C on line joining A and B, or BA produced such that P into AC is equal to Q into BC. This is the point C, required point C, which lies on the BA produced, so that P into AC is equal to Q into BC. Now we discuss the case of failure. If two forces P and Q are equal, then AL will be equal to BM. This is the AL. AL will be equal to BM. This is AL and this is BM. These two will be equal because forces of both the magnitude of force, so both forces are equal and parallel. So point O, where the O is the point of intersection of resultant R1 and R2. In case when we have P and Q equal in magnitude and opposite in direction, then this O point will shift at infinity. These two forces R1 and R2 will be parallel, and these two the lines of action of these two forces R1 and R2 will never meet. Therefore, their resultant will be moves to infinity. because point O moves to infinite and construction fails, there will be no point of intersection of line of action of R1 and R2. Therefore, we cannot find the resultant of these two forces P and Q. Hence, when we have two equal unlike parallel forces with different lines of action, then they do not possess a resultant. They are said to be form a couple. We will discuss couple in the next lesson. In these two cases, when we have two like parallel forces and two unlike parallel forces, the only condition to find the point where the resultant of these two forces act is the point C, which lies on the line joining point A and B, or produce line joining A and B, such that P into AC is equal to Q into BC. Now, suppose that if we have three parallel forces acting on a rigid body B in equilibrium, and then each will be proportional to the distance between the other two. Suppose P and Q be two like parallel forces acting at point A and B on the rigid body, and suppose their resultant R is equal to P plus Q at point C. Then, as we discussed in previous article, this C will lie on line joining AB such that P into AC is equal to Q into BC, or we can write it as P upon BC is equal to Q upon AC, and by using componendo, P plus Q will be equal to BC plus AC, because in ratio and proportion we have studied A upon, if we have A upon B is equal to C upon D, these two ratios are equal, then a ratio of their sum of numerator A plus C will be equal to B plus sum of denominator. Ratio of numerators plus sum of numbers plus over sum of their denominators B plus D. Here P plus Q is equal to R and BC plus AC is equal to AB. Therefore, P upon BC, Q upon AC is equal to R upon AB. This means a ratio of P first force and distance between other two, that is distance between Q and R, that is BC, a ratio of P and BC. Similarly, ratio of Q and AC is the distance between other two R and P, and R upon ratio between other two P and Q, that is AB. These three ratios will be equal. In case if we have P and Q, two unlike parallel forces acting at point A and B respectively, then their resultant R will be equal to P minus Q, as we have studied in the previous article, will act at point C such that P into AC is equal to Q into BC. We have established this result in previous article. This equation can be written as P upon BC is equal to Q upon AC. After cross multiplication, this will give the P into AC is equal to Q into BC. Applying component dividend ratio of proportion, P upon BC is equal to Q upon AC will be equal to P minus Q upon BC minus AC. P minus Q in this case, because P and Q are two unlike parallel forces, therefore the resultant is equal to P minus Q, and BC minus AC is equal to AB. BC minus AB is equal to AC. Sorry, BC minus AC this is the case BC minus AC. B, this is point C, this is point force Q, and this is force Q, and this is force P, and their resultant R will be equal to P minus Q. BC minus AC, BC minus AC will be equal to AB. Therefore, P upon BC is equal to Q upon AC is equal to R upon AB, or we can say P upon distance between other two, that is BC, Q upon distance between other two, that is between P and R, AC, and R upon distance between other two, P and Q, that is AB. These three ratios are equal. Therefore, if three parallel forces acting on a rigid body be in equilibrium, then each is proportional to the distance between other two. Let us take an example. Suppose we have like parallel forces 8 and 12 newtons act at point A and B, which are 1 meter apart. This AB is equal to 1 meter apart, 1 meter. Now we have to find the resultant of these two forces. First force is of magnitude 8, and other force, second force, is of magnitude 12, and their resultant will be equal to 8 plus 12 means equal to 20 Newton. 8 plus 12 20 Newton, because we have two like parallel forces. In like parallel forces, the resultant will be equal to, if we have two like parallel forces P and Q, their resultant will be equal to P plus Q. In this case, we have 8 plus 12 20 newtons, and this resultant force will act at a point C such that first force upon distance between other two, that is distance between 12 and 20 BC, 12 upon AC is equal to 20 upon AB, but we have given AB is equal to 1 meter, then we have 8 upon BC is equal to 12 upon AC is equal to 20 upon 1. From first and second, we get BC is equal to 8 upon 20, that is equal to 2 upon 5 meter, and from second and third, we have AC is equal to 3 upon 5 meter. Suppose if we have these forces acting at a point B, A and B, of magnitude 8 Newton and 12 Newton, suppose these two are unlike parallel forces. At point A, 8 Newton force acts along a upward direction, and suppose at point B, 12 Newton force acts on the rigid body. Because magnitude of the second force which acts at point B is greater than that of the force which acts at point A, therefore their resultant will be act on a point C on the rigid body, whose magnitude will be equal to 12 minus 8 equal to 4 Newton. Then, as the result we have established in previous sections, first force upon distance between other two is equal to second force upon distance between other two is equal to third force upon distance between other two. But we have given AB is equal to 1 meter, therefore from first and last BC will comes out to be 2 meter, and second and last we have AC is equal to 12 upon 4 is equal to 3 meters. Let us take another example. Suppose we have two parallel forces whose lines of action are 12 meter apart and act in opposite sense, and resultant of these two forces is equal to 700 kg if the resultant acts at 3 meter from one of the forces, what are the forces? Suppose first force is P, acts at point A, and second force is Q, which acts at point B. These two forces are unlike parallel forces, and uh, distance between the lines of action of these two forces is 12 meter, and the resultant 700 kg acts point at C, which is 3 meter apart from the first point A. Now, according to the law we have studied earlier, P upon BC is equal to Q upon AC, and that is first force upon distance between other two, that is BC. Second force, distance between other two forces, that is AC. Third force, which is the resultant forces, 700 kg upon distance between P and Q, that is AB. By putting the values, because AB is equal to 12 and BC is equal to 3 meter, and AC is equal to 3 meter, and BC will be equal to 15 meter. By putting all these values, and from first and third, we get P is equal to, P comes out to be 700 upon 12 into 15, that is equal to 875 kg. Similarly, Q comes out to be 700 upon 12 into 3, that is equal to 175 kg. So these are the some examples in which we have studied how to find the resultant of two like parallel forces or two unlike parallel forces acting on a rigid body. Thank you, students.